All right, so let's unpack this. We're diving straight into what feels like a paradox of success.
Hmm.
The first law of power. Never outshine the master. It sounds so, counterintuitive.
It really does. But showing off how competent you are can be
Well,
professional suicide.
so when we say the master, who are we talking about here?
We're talking about anyone with real authority over your career. It could be a CEO, your direct boss, a powerful client, even a mentor.
Okay.
And the law is strict. It basically says you must never make that person feel inferior or threatened by your own success.
Right, so the mission here isn't just about surviving. It's about understanding the psychology of it all.
Exactly. What's so fascinating is digging into the why behind that threat. This isn't logic. It's pure primal ego defense.
What do you mean?
Well, say you run a project and it's a huge success. If everyone is praising your brilliance, the person above you can suddenly feel obsolete. That's a huge psychological trigger.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me. Why does competence, the one thing we're told to strive for, create so much conflict?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see it all the time, right? The star employee who gets incredible results, and then suddenly they're sidelined or even fired.
Because for the master, your competence is like a spotlight. And if it shines too brightly on you, it casts a shadow on them.
Shadow one.
And the source material is very clear on this. If you ignore the law, if you show off too much, it triggers this swift, sometimes irrational retaliation. The superior will, block your work, find ways to punish you, or just get you out of there.
So ignoring it is a dead end.
Yeah.
How do you turn that talent, that high ability, into long-term security instead?
It requires a completely different mindset than just, I'm going to do a good job.
Right.
The goal isn't just to survive in their world. It's to actively get their favor, their protection. And that requires some very specific, smart tactics.
Okay, let's break those down because it can't just be about, empty flattery.
No, it's way more strategic. First step is credit delegation.
Credit delegation.
And this isn't just sharing credit. It's about actively reframing your success so it looks like it came from their wisdom or their guidance. Your victory has to be proof of their genius as a leader.
So instead of saying, I built this amazing new system, you'd say something like,
You'd say, this system was only possible because of the framework you established 6 months ago.
ah, I see. You tie it back to them.
Precisely. And that leads right into the second tactic, strategic praise. You have to find ways to enthusiastically praise their ideas.
But what if their ideas aren't that great?
You find an old one, maybe an idea they had that was abandoned or failed, and you explicitly connect your current success back to that initial seed they planted. You make them feel like a visionary.
So the whole game is it's about constantly making your superior feel wise and powerful.
That's the overarching strategy, yes.
But hang on, doesn't that make you look kind of incompetent to your peers or to other leaders?
That's the tightrope you have to walk. You are absolutely trading short-term glory for long-term assets.
And what are those assets?
When the master feels secure, you gain things you can't get any other way. Their complete protection, deep trust, and a clear path to future opportunities. They start to see you as an extension of their power, not a threat to it.
So what this means for you, the listener, is you have to trade the satisfaction of being seen as the smartest person in the room for actual career longevity.
And that's the core tension, isn't it? The strategic value of subordinating your own ability for that long-term security.
It's a really unpleasant trade-off, having to swallow your pride like that.
It is. Which leaves us with a final thought to consider. Think about the challenge of being truly talented while also having to constantly ensure your master feels more powerful. How much is too much to sacrifice to gain that trust?
And where do you draw the line?
Exactly. Finding that balance. That's what determines whether your talent gets you to the top or whether it becomes the very thing that gets you taken out of the game.